everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Caterina, or Cat, and this is Infinite Wellness Within. In today's Pick a Card reading, we are looking at things you will celebrate over the next year. And this is a timeless reading, so whenever you happen to watch this, it'll be a year from the date that you watch this. Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps in the description box below, which will take you to your reading. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is also linked below. Please always remember that is the only way to book any of my services with me. If anyone ever reaches out to you, just know that it's not me. All right, so today I have the Three of Cups from 3 different decks, and I'm going to go through each one for you, and that's how you'll choose your group today. So group number 1, you have the Three of Cups from the Modern Witch Tarot, and you also have the yellow Jasper. Group number 2, you have the Three of Cups from the Pulp Girls Tarot, and you also have the Citrine. Group number 3, you have the Three of Cups from the Tarot of the Witch's Garden, and you also have the orange Calcite. Please take your time choosing your card or cards. It's perfectly fine to choose more than one if you're drawn to more than one, and I'll see you in your readings. Hello, group number 1. You have the yellow Jasper, and this is your Three of Cups from the Modern Witch Tarot. So I'm going to put this back in the deck so that we have it when we get to your tarot cards, and we're going to start off with your oracle cards. What can you tell us for group number 1, please? We're looking at things you will celebrate over the next year. Again, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you're watching this will be the perfect time for you. It will find you at the perfect time. All right. Oh, interesting. So you have number 26 in plain. A journey is indicated either physically or metaphorically. Your life will become more full. Wow, that's really interesting because you have a star right here. So I feel like you could be advancing toward a dream that you have or a goal that you have. Definitely some of you could be traveling somewhere, and you could be going to a place that is opposite of where you live. So with the trees here, I'm thinking of something kind of exotic. So that doesn't mean that it literally has to be exotic, but it's like something that is different from the norm. So, you know, you could be flying out of the country, or you could be going to a different state or a different city that just has like a really different vibe and energy from where you currently live. Some of you could even be moving somewhere. I'm seeing wherever this is, I'm getting like a peaceful energy. So this could mean a couple things. This could mean that you're going on vacation, you're going to unplug from the world. This could also mean that, remember how I just said you could be getting closer to a goal, because it does say physically or metaphorically. And so it could be kind of this sigh of relief that you're finally seeing advancement toward that goal. So let's see what else you have here. Number 11 in flowers, be generous, success, and emotional fulfillment are yours. Okay, so do you see what I'm saying? How, whatever this is here, it's somehow relaxing you, because I'm feeling like something is happening, something that you've been waiting for. So this could definitely be a vacation, but it could also be that you're actually finally seeing that you're making progress towards something that you've been working on. And it feels like you let go of something, like you cut the cord with something so that you could move toward this. So it could be that you let go of anxiety. Let's say if you're going to start something new, or you have a new goal to work on, you could have cut the anxiety. Excuse me. See, my voice just cut out. So if you haven't experienced that in my readings before, that usually means that you need to let go of something. And so that's exactly what I'm saying here, right? So if you had a goal that you were advancing toward, let's say that you had a lot of anxiety with starting that, I feel like you cut the cord, like you finally got rid of that anxiety so that you can move forward, and things are starting to balance out for you here. Maybe you were saving money for a vacation and something happened where you had to use some of that money for, medical expenses or, car repair, any kind of unexpected thing. And then you finally replenished your vacation fund and now things are balancing out. And now you can move forward with your plan. Whatever it is, you will be successful with a plan that is represented by this plain card. Oh, okay, wow. Did you see that card jump out of my hand? Okay, so your cards are like so ready today. Let's see what this one is that jumped out. Okay, this is interesting. So you have air spirit. First of all, the plane, obviously air, right? And then you have knowledge. It's also number 1. Ooh, that's so interesting because it's like you're going on a journey. You're starting something new. So do you see what I'm saying? How it's like those two things are very, very prominent here. You also have a mode of transportation here, which is a boat, but you're traveling by air. So, and then the number 1 corresponds to the Magician card in the tarot deck. So basically everything that I just said is also found within this card. So do you see how the trees are here? You're up in the air here. So you're rising above a problem that was preventing you from moving forward with something. And with the air spirit, I'm very much getting air also here with the flower card or flowers card. Because it's like you've received some sort of knowledge or you've come up with a plan to move past some sort of blockage or something like that. So yeah, things are definitely balancing out for you. You're putting your energy out there. Also with the Magician card, if you're trying to manifest something or if you've been working really, really hard towards something, we're seeing that your effort is paying off here. There's also clarity. I feel like with the clouds here, before I feel like there was fog or everything was too cloudy that you couldn't see the way forward, or maybe you just had so much going on that you like didn't know how things were going to work out, or you just needed to get like a bunch of stuff off your plate. That's also being removed. So we have Raven Spirit number 32 and Truth. So yeah, it's kind of like with these two cards together, it's like you're seeing the truth of the situation. You're receiving some sort of communication possibly that is allowing you to move forward with something. There's advancement here. I'm just feeling like there's advancement. So anything that was stagnant, stuck, unmovable, feeling trapped, anything like that, you're definitely moving away from that feeling. What else can you tell us for group number 1, please? And something else is coming through here. I feel aside from this here, there's something with the Truth card where over the next year you're going to celebrate a sense of knowing that you're in the right place or that you're on the right track to move into the right place. So yeah, some of you definitely are moving. Some of you could be changing jobs, careers, anything like that. Something that just didn't feel right anymore, you're moving out of that. Wow, you have the Magician card again. Remember the knowledge here, number 1, is number 1 here with the Magician card. So that's really interesting. I feel that you're finally 100% prepared for something. I mean, you may have been 100% prepared for something months and months ago, but what's happening is you're receiving the vehicle to move forward with a plan that you have. And Spirit says, look, if you're nervous, most of us are nervous when we start new things because there is an element of the unknown there. But Spirit is showing me that you are fully prepared. There's a lot of growth that is around you. And if you don't see that growth yet, you will soon. So this is, showing could show that growth is already around you, but it could also be showing the potential, especially because you have the flowers here and then you have the flowers blooming here. The King of Cups. Yeah, so whatever this is that you're going toward, I feel it's emotionally fulfilling. And, you know, there's also water in this card, if you could see it right down here, where the writing is, and then on either side of the writing. So, and then obviously the King of Cups, the king is, you know, amongst the water. So you will feel definitely very accomplished, I feel, because you're accomplishing something. Absolutely. You have success here in emotional fulfillment. So isn't that interesting that you have your life will become more full emotional fulfillment here, and the King of Cups is emotional fulfillment. There's a lot of balance that comes in with this. And it's also interesting that here you have the Magician, which shows the that you're ready to start something, embark on something. This is great potential. And then here with the King of Cups, I feel like you're looking at exactly what you're celebrating. The Judgment card, there's a new beginning, a huge new beginning for you. I feel it's going to be life-changing. So absolutely, some of you are moving somewhere. Some of you will be taking like a vacation or something like that, and something happens on vacation, which is quite life-changing. You could have an epiphany. You could receive some sort of knowledge that hands you the truth of your situation. And it just kind of changes the whole entire trajectory of your life. Some of you, like I said earlier, have been feeling really stagnant and you didn't know how to get out of that. Some of you didn't even know what exactly was wrong or what needed to change. You're receiving that knowledge here. All of your cards are really lining up so well with each other so far. It's really interesting. But there's absolutely, beyond a doubt, some sort of new beginning for you that you will absolutely celebrate over the next year. Okay, look at that. You have the World card. And so with the World card, you know, a lot of times for me personally with the World card, I'll get like a year from now or toward the end of the year, whatever year that we are currently in, or you're in when you're watching this. So this, I feel, has very specific meaning. First of all, our title is Things You Will Celebrate Over the Next Year. So absolutely, this is confirmation of that. But, you know, the World card is right next to the Judgment card. So like I said, there's some pretty significant change that you're going to be making. Just like in the very beginning with the plane card, I was getting a sense that wherever this plane is taking you, either literally or metaphorically, it's completely different. So let's say that it's winter time and you're in a place where it snows like all the time, and it's really cold and it's icy, and you're like, oh, I gotta get out of here. So you get on a plane and you go somewhere where it's 75, 80 degrees in winter, right? Or in your winter. So do you see the difference here? That is exactly what I'm seeing here with these two cards. Completely different. And not completely different in a sense where it's shocking and you're terrified. It's completely different where it's a breath of fresh air for you. Yeah, exactly. Isn't this what I've been saying? Because you felt stuck, you felt trapped, you felt stagnant. And it's like wherever you were, you weren't receiving anything. It was just like, some of you may have felt very complacent where you were. You may have felt very, just, you know, going through the motions and not really feeling any zest for life. But do you see what's happening here? So you have truth here with the bird. So something is coming into your life to break this rope that kind of has you chained, because you're not really stuck. You just needed the right information, or you needed the courage to move past this. So this is definitely, it's like the opposite of this, what you're going to be feeling over the next year. The Ace of Pentacles, yeah, this is another thing that I've been saying. So the Ace of Pentacles to me Well, first of all, let me show you these flowers blossoming right here, okay? But the Ace of Pentacles to me, you are overcoming some sort of roadblock to get on a new path. And also, look at how this hand is here coming out of the cloud here with something that is inspiring. It's a new path. It's like, that's exactly what I want. And look at the truth card here, how this person has their hand outstretched for the raven. So you are ready to receive something. Remember the Magician card here. So what you're ready to receive, you will receive over the next year. This absolutely what I've been saying. It could have something to do with a new career, a new job. This could be a promotion. This could be you moving somewhere. This is you feeling more stable, more secure, feeling refreshed, feeling excited, and feeling the beginning sense of fulfillment because you're no longer here, right? So are you at the end of your goal, at the end of your plan? Not what I can see so far. We have more cards to look at, but it's just this excitement, a sense of relief and fulfillment in the sense that you got that first step done or the first 5 steps or whatever it is. Remember, opposite of the 8 of Swords. The Fool card, I mean, what have I been saying? And it's interesting how the Fool card is going to be right below the Magician card and the Plane card because you're taking a leap of faith. You're starting something new. You're putting your fears aside and you're moving forward. And remember how I said, I don't remember the exact word when I was talking about it being completely opposite. It's not a terrifying feeling of like, oh my gosh, what just happened? I'm in a completely different place. No, you're feeling like, oh, finally I can breathe easier. I feel better. I feel better about myself, about my life, where I'm going, because this person is excited. The dog is excited. It's like, let's just go for it and see what happens. And Spirit is saying, go for it. Like the Spirit is shining the sun on you. So again, with the sunlight, there's something about receiving nutrients from the environment that you're about to step into, nutrients that you weren't receiving here. So it could be literal, it could be metaphorical. To me, it's probably, it's in a sense metaphorical because but also at the same time, it's kind of both. Let me just say that. And let me explain to you why. Because here with the 8 of Swords, first of all, you're not getting the sun here. It's dark and dreary. And I'm not saying that, living in a place that rains a lot, that's not good. I'm just saying that your situation for you was you weren't receiving nutrients from the environment like you are here because, we receive vitamin D from the sun, obviously, and you're not receiving that here. So it could be literal for some of you. Others of you, it's more metaphorical where let's say it has something to do with work. You may have felt trapped in a career or in, a job that you felt you weren't receiving the appropriate amount, like the appropriate salary or, the appropriate recognition, anything like that. So the environment that you're going in is going to give you all of those things that you need. So it's going to nourish your idea. It's going to nourish your soul. And it's just completely opposite. The Justice card. Okay, this is interesting because right here you have the Flowers card, which is number 11. The Justice card is number 11. So a lot of what I talked about with the Flowers card, you have here as well. So another thing that's interesting, the Justice card, number 11, for me personally, I'm seeing balance. I also see a mirror image because 1 and 1, right? There's something mirroring. So to me, that is telling me that what you are manifesting here with the Magician card is exactly what you're seeing here in the King of Cups. I think I said that earlier, but this is very, very strong because all 3 of these cards, the Flowers, the Justice, the King of Cups, these all represent balance and they're all in a line here. So I feel that there's a few things going on here. Number 1, you're releasing ties that bound you down, even though you weren't really stuck. You felt like it, so you figured out how to release that. You are feeling more balanced. you're feeling more centered, more grounded. There's also a sense of freedom. So if anyone, like, let's say if there was a person in your life that was creating chaos in your life or that was holding you back, which could be, family, it could be a romantic relationship, it could be a boss, it could be your own thoughts, that's being removed. Whatever it is, it's being removed. And the third thing that I'm seeing here is that mirroring effect, which I just talked about. So yeah, definitely it feels like everything's kind of coming together for you over the next year. The Four of Swords, yeah. So look at this card, how much anxiety this person has. Now, what's interesting about this card is that you have the window here. And it looks to me like the window is closed and probably locked. So this has a very similar energy to the Eight of Swords, where you feel like there's no solution, but that solution hasn't appeared yet, which it is. We see that here in the Ace of Pentacles. There is a solution. And this is also what I was saying, how it feels like you weren't receiving proper nutrients in the environment that you are in, which could be literal or figurative, metaphorical. This is changing. Look at how this Four of Swords is below the Judgment card. The Judgment card is like an epiphany, an aha moment, where you're seeing that you have the door here, the window here, where this opportunity coming out of the clouds can pass to your window, and you can rise up here and see that. Same thing with the Eight of Swords. You will realize that you can walk right out of these swords. And it's also interesting because this card up here is the Knowledge card. Something that you're not seeing in the Four of Swords, you are receiving that. And that is exactly what it will be to get you on the Fool's journey away from something that just was absolutely not working for you. The Queen of Wands. And do you see here you're back? You have your energy back. You have your spark back. You have your independence back. You have your something about charisma. It's like you're back. And not just that, but you have the Sunflower here. So there's a lot of growth. There's a tremendous amount of potential for this new beginning that you're going on. And you have, this card is right below the World card. It's right below the Knowledge card. So here you have an idea, you have a plan. You're stepping out of the old and into the new with the World card here. And you're becoming quite fearless. Like you have figured out and moved past any problems that were holding you back. And, oh, yeah, it's interesting. Because what I'm seeing between the Fool card and the Queen of Wands. So with the Fool, you didn't know exactly how things were going to turn out for you. You just knew that you were going to take a leap of faith, that you could not possibly stay where you were any longer. And here with the Queen of Wands, what's happening is you're starting to see things fall into place. And you're feeling very, very grateful that you took that leap of faith, very grateful that you're no longer tied to something that was once holding you back. Some of you could be going through a very emotional, very taxing breakup, divorce. Some of you may have been trying to get out of some sort of contract with work. Some of you may have had a lawsuit or something like that going on, and it's turning out very favorably in your favor over the next year. The Nine of Cups, this is a celebration card. This is you doing something on your own for yourself. So remember how I got a sense of independence with the Queen of Wands? I'm also getting it here with the Nine of Cups. It's like you're going to feel very proud of yourself that you pulled something off, that you did something on your own. And that doesn't mean that you won't have help along the way. It's just that, it's kind of like you took a stand for yourself. You wanted to make changes in your life, so you did, and you do, and you're successful. Do you see the difference between the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Cups? where you're not stuck here anymore. You're also very protected. Look at this here. You're very protected. And I get a sense of you're stronger. You're stronger in yourself. You're stronger in who you are, and you're stronger in knowing where you're going. But there's also kind of a little barrier that you have where annoyances aren't getting in. I feel like you know what that is. I feel it's going to vary for, everyone watching. But it's kind of like your radar is the highest it's ever been for red flags regarding potential romantic relationships, regarding repetitive patterns with family or friends, regarding employers or employees. If you own a business or something like that, or if you're hiring people for another company, whatever it is, your BS meter is like sky high. So I feel like nothing's going to get through to you unless you let that meter down a little bit. But yeah, it's like, no, you know what you don't want in your life, and nothing's going to penetrate this wall that you have here, because your energy, it's like you have worked so hard to get to this point right here. It's like, no, I don't want anything to come in and disturb my peace and my success. And you're not going to have a problem putting up boundaries and saying no to people, places, and things that don't resonate with you. All right, so you have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so what this is telling me, a few things, especially because it's your last card, that seems significant. You seem to have a lot of concern that you won't have the success here with these two cards, the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Cups. And also because this is going right below the Ace of Pentacles. So you absolutely have a massive concern that you're not going to get this new beginning, that you're going to be stuck here forever. What Spirit is saying, especially because you have the Four of Swords right here, Spirit is saying to relax a little bit. Don't worry that it's not going to happen, because your very first card is the Playing card. Okay, so you're literally traveling away from your problems, from your concerns. Also, remember I pointed out, it was the Magician card, the flowers blossoming, and also you literally have the flowers card right here. Well, look at the blanket. There are flowers blossoming on this blanket. Okay, so remember that. Okay, your fears are just your fears. Try to put those aside as much as you can so that you can focus on this new beginning. All right, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope that helped you a little bit, and I wish you so much success over this next year and beyond. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, group number 2. You have the Citrine, and this is your Three of Cups from the Pulp Girls Tarot. So I'll put this back in the deck, and we're going to start with your oracle cards. What can you tell us for group number 2, please? Things that group number 2 will celebrate over the next year. You have number 21, the Moon card. Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. All right, well, I definitely feel like you have some new beginnings coming in, because number 21 corresponds to the World card in the tarot deck. And so I feel that you may be following a dream that you have or a goal that you have because of all of the stars here. So Spirit says, oh, I just heard, when an opportunity presents itself, don't be afraid to move forward with it. But yeah, Spirit says listen to your intuition, because that's going to help guide you. That's going to help put you in the perfect place I feel like things are lining up for you, and you're in the perfect place to receive things that come towards you at perfect times. Yeah, look at that. You have number 29, the Star card. Hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. Absolutely. Remember, I told you, especially this star right here, but all of them were really calling my attention. And here, obviously, you have the Star card here. So I feel that definitely something that's going on here. You have number 29 here, and then this corresponds to the World card. So you're putting something behind you, you're moving forward with something, a struggle is over, and I feel the path is very, very clear for you to like which direction to go to achieve your dreams, to achieve a goal that you have. And I feel that one thing you're going to celebrate is, you know, leaving that behind and being able to move forward with this new beginning. But it's going to bring you a lot of abundance in the sense of I'm seeing finances could somehow be playing a role for you. But I'm seeing that there's stability, and I'm seeing there's something about a fresh start coming in for you that you will absolutely celebrate. What else can you tell us for group number 2? You have, you have Phoenix Transmutation number 29. So this is showing that a struggle that you were going through is coming to an end. Oh my gosh, I just noticed this is number 29 here, and this is number 29 here. So definitely I feel that things are falling into place with divine timing. You may be going through 2 struggles right now, and those are both coming to an end for you. So you're going to be rising above difficult times. And I feel that there's multiple avenues that abundance is coming into your life. We'll take a look at that as we go forward. But I feel that some of you hit rock bottom with something, and now you're going to be rising above that. And it's very, very, very important that you listen to your intuition, because some of you may have a fear of getting into a similar situation that was very difficult. And Spirit is saying that if you listen to your intuition regarding those new situations, you will be able to see very clearly which one is right for you versus which one could cause you more problems. So Spirit is saying that as long as you listen to your intuition, you won't be repeating anything that was very, very challenging for you. So you have Raven Spirit Truth and number 32. So I feel that I feel this is definitely connected to what I just said. Pay attention to your intuition and you will see the truth of future situations coming into your life. But I feel there's also something else going on here where you're finding an answer, you're finding a solution to a challenge that you had over here. So I feel that this in itself will be something that you celebrate. The freedom here will be something that you celebrate. Overcoming a challenge you will celebrate. But I feel the challenge is directly connected to the truth here. So you may be receiving literal truth from someone, which is then allowing you to close that door and walk away from someone. Maybe you were in limbo with something. Maybe like, let's just say, you were in limbo with your job because you didn't know if you were still going to have a job. And so you found the truth of that situation. And so now you're no longer in limbo. And now you can make a decision. Do you stay or do you go? Or do you have to go? You know, whatever it is. So those are just some examples about how the truth could be connected to this difficult time. But what's happening is this difficult time is getting further and further away from you, and you're moving forward into definitely new situations. What else can you tell us for group number 2, please? Yeah, look at that. You have the 10 of Cups. So again, what you're walking into is abundance, emotional happiness. A weight is lifted off of your shoulders. Things are flowing much, much easier for you. There's some dream or goal that you are achieving. For some of you with this 10 of Cups, you might be getting over a really bad breakup, let's say, with the truth and the transmutation card. And then because that came to an end, then you just happen to find your soulmate, right? Everything just kind of happens with this almost like divine timing or divine synchronicities. And if that's the case, Spirit is saying, look, you can trust this person that's coming into your life. You're going to be feeling very, very fulfilled and have a lot of abundance coming into your life. So that's just an example. This can also be showing that, you know, let's say that you wanted to change careers, but you didn't know how, something like that. This is showing that any decisions that you make regarding that, you know, any decisions that you're making regarding a goal that you have, it's going to turn out in your favor, and you're going to be celebrating some goal that you have. You're going to achieve a goal in your life. I have no doubt in my mind with these two cards right here. And then I'm sure there's more than that coming in, but that's definitely something that's very, very prominent. So here with the Temperance card, you definitely have more balance. And what's happening is things are coming together in a perfect way to help guide this transformation. You see all the butterflies on this dress? So I feel that there's a transformation in multiple areas of your life, but it kind of feels like there was a missing ingredient, and you're finding that missing ingredient over the next year. And that is exactly what's going to usher in all of this emotional abundance that you have in the Two of Cups. So let's say that you were looking for the perfect job. That was your goal. Well, you hadn't found that perfect job yet. So or maybe you thought you did, but you didn't get the job, whatever it is. But what's happening is that perfect job is on its way to you. You are going to not just find it and realize that's what you want, but you're also going to get hired there because someone is going to see that you would be a great addition to the company. Or maybe you're looking for someone to hire onto your own company. You're going to find that person. Yeah, so let's see what else we have. The Nine of Cups. This is pretty amazing because I feel like so I'm definitely seeing that you've overcome challenges here. I'm getting a sense that you will celebrate some sort of achievement, if not more than one achievement. I feel like you're also celebrating setting boundaries with something or someone. So for some of you, this could just be within yourself saying, okay, I'm going to set a goal and I can't veer off course from this goal. So you're kind of setting boundaries for yourself. Maybe you have a specific timeline in mind and you're meeting that deadline. Others of you, I feel that you have, I'm trying to think how to say this. You have been able to cut the cords that you had with someone else. So this could be a romantic partner. This could be a job, anything where like maybe you realized one day, okay, this situation is holding me back. So there's definitely a feeling of, I feel like you go through some sort of inner work over the next year where there's some sort of self-discovery. And because of that self-discovery, you're realizing what it is that you really want, and you're also going about that the right way. So not only do you have hard times that are coming to an end, but you're doing things the right way. So maybe before you were having these hard times because you were on the wrong path. So maybe you were pursuing the same goal that you achieve here, but you were going about it the wrong way. So maybe with the wrong people at the wrong job. So let's say if you're at the wrong job and you're trying to get a promotion and you were working so hard, but you just weren't getting that promotion. Maybe it was the wrong job for you. Maybe you needed to be in a different job. And so I just see that you're getting a different perspective on things, and you're actually taking that into account. You're not feeling let down anymore. You have a different perspective on things. You're putting that into action as you go forward. And that is exactly what is bringing you the sense of achievement that we see here with the Nine of Cups. Okay, first of all, you have the Star card here and you have the Nine of Cups here. These are two like wish come true cards, dream come true cards. So absolutely, you have at least one, if not two, huge celebrations coming in for you, huge achievements. Yeah, so here you have the Devil card. Now this is really interesting because it's below the transmutation card, the Phoenix. So what's happening here? This is that hard time that we talked about with the star card. This is a struggle that was holding you back from your true potential. You know, I talked about this just a few minutes ago. So this is where you were. This was you trying to accomplish this dream that you have here, and it wasn't working because you weren't in control of the situation. The devil was in control. So this could be an outside force. This could be your fears holding you back. This could be your mind playing tricks on you. And what happens is you get the truth. And that truth sets you free from this here. Now, what happens when you release this, you usher in the Temperance card, where you're in control, but you are attracting and bringing things into your life where it's reciprocal. This was not reciprocal. This was one-sided. I feel like something or someone was feeding off of your energy. But here, everything is in balance and everything is in like perfect unison. The Queen of Wands. So you're back in your power. I feel for some of you, this could definitely have to do with career or some kind of like hobby that you have, or maybe you're discovering something that you have a great interest for. But once again, I feel that you're investing in yourself. There's this sense of independence, getting your power back, making things work for you. And you've definitely, so I feel like you have a sense of accomplishment because you've overcome a difficult time. And it's almost like you have a new lease on life where you're not afraid to go after what you want. You have your sights set on something and you're going forward. Nothing is going to prevent you from moving forward toward your dreams. So some of you, this could definitely have to do with career. This could be you, maybe you did some self-improvements. Maybe you wanted to start a workout routine. Maybe you wanted to start eating better. And now that you've made some self-improvements, maybe now you feel like, you know what, I'm feeling really good about myself. I'm going to put myself out there and I'm going to find my soulmate, which could definitely be what we see here with the 10 of Cups. So, you know, it doesn't have to be that. It could be that you're going to up-level your skills and then you're going to go after a job that you want, a promotion that you want, starting your own business, whatever it is. There's some sort of up-leveling that you're doing here. And I feel part of it, you don't have a fear about putting yourself out there into the world and presenting yourself or something to the world. Whatever this is that you have planned here, you're going to be very, very successful, very successful with this. And here you have the King of Swords. So this, I feel this is very much connected to the Queen of Wands. You're no longer afraid to take a risk, but you're taking calculated risks. And this is going to lead you into this huge transformation. When you communicate to the universe, when you communicate with other people, I feel that you're not afraid to ask for what you want. And that's part of the reason why you're going to get exactly what you want. Because you're not afraid to put yourself out there. Number one, you're not afraid to say, look, this is what I want. This is what I deserve. And I'm not going to accept anything less. And I feel also that if you are in communication with other people, I feel that people are listening to you. I feel people are paying attention to you. People care what you have to say. People are interested in what you're doing. And people trust you. People trust that you're on the up and up. They trust that what you say you're going to do, you're actually going to do that. And same thing for you and connecting with other people. If you're going to go into a partnership with someone else, whether this is a romantic partnership or a work relationship or any other type of partnership, you're finding exactly what you need to complement what you already have. And so this is going to be a huge, huge, huge celebration for you, because I feel that for a lot of you, it took a long time to get to this point. The Two of Pentacles. Yeah. So once again, things are coming together. There's like this really great reciprocal situation going on here. Things are coming into balance. Things are also, I feel, getting a little bit easier for you. And you're making progress with something, a goal that you have, or a picture that you're painting for yourself. You're starting to see those come into alignment, those things that you've painted. Because I'm seeing like somebody doing like a vision board or something like that. So you're going to start to see these things that you've been asking for. They're coming into your life. And I feel with this, there's two celebrations that you will have that are connected together. So this could be, just for instance, that you find a new job and you meet some really, really great friends there, you know, people who are in your soul tribe. This could be that you're, you know, moving somewhere completely new and then you find your soulmate once you move there. So definitely, you know, a lot of different possibilities here. This could be that your hard work in a career situation or job situation is finally paying off for you. You could be celebrating a raise or a promotion here. The King of Pentacles, wow, what an amazing card to get when we're looking at things that you're going to celebrate over the next year. I feel that you have a sense of balance. I feel that you're setting roots somewhere or with something or someone. And whatever this is, because I'm going to talk about a relationship that you're building here. So that relationship could be romantic, it could be work related, it could be with a new community that you're in, you could be creating a business. Whatever it is, there's something that you started off quite small here with the Two of Pentacles, and you're growing it into the King of Pentacles over the next year. So definitely, if you are hoping for an increase in finances, I see that that is absolutely in the cards for you, quite literally, over the next year, and something that you will celebrate. Some of you could be moving somewhere. You might be moving close to water, so by the ocean or a river or a lake or something like that. I mean, it could even be like a little pond that you have close to where you're living. So that's possible. I'm getting a sense of renewal that you will celebrate. And I feel other people celebrate you. That's the other thing that's happening here. You will celebrate that other people are celebrating you. And so like, for instance, if you're not sure what I'm talking about there, let's say that you start a business. I'm seeing that business growing exponentially in popularity. So people will be celebrating you, whatever it is that your business is offering. And I'm seeing that there's a lot of growth potential, especially with career, with domestic stuff. So yeah, absolutely. For some of you, you're going to find your life partner, your spouse, you know, whatever you want to call it. Children could definitely be in the realm of possibility for you. Now, when I say children, I always like to say that could be fur babies, and in addition to human babies or instead of human babies. The Two of Cups, you have a theme going on here over the next year. Things are falling out of your life and they're being replaced with things that are definitely meant to be in your life, things that match your renewed energy, things that match your renewed direction in life. So yeah, there's something that you will celebrate that's very, very strong here is relationships in different areas of your life. So for those of you who have a focus on romantic life in this upcoming year, I feel you're going to celebrate finding that person, and then also celebrate people who are connected to this new person, or you could even be someone from your past that you're reconnecting with. So their friends, their family, I feel that you will have a connection with those people. In a work environment, I feel that if you get a new job, you're going to very much enjoy the relationship that you develop with your manager, your supervisor, somebody that's above you in a leadership role. Some of you may be stepping into a leadership role at work. Some of you are starting your own business. and you're going to hire people and you're going to find the right people. It's like this perfect mix of stuff that's coming in. But, you know, another main theme is that you feel emotionally balanced. You feel emotionally fulfilled. And worries and fears that you have are really fading away. The Nine of Swords. Oh, didn't I just say? I literally just said that. How did I say it? The fears, the anxieties that you had, it's all fading away. And look at this line of cards here. So this is the Nine of Swords. This is an incredible card of like this incredible worry, the stress that you had. And then it's connected to the Devil card, right? So something had control over you. It was causing a great deal of anxiety. Some of you were losing sleep over whatever this was. You felt very, very uncomfortable. Some of you felt trapped and controlled by something and placed in a box by something. But the important thing to see here, in this line here, you have the Phoenix and Transmutation. So these two cards are leaving. Like, I just want to take these two cards out of the reading and just throw them across the room. That's like the energy that I'm feeling, because I feel that's what you're going to do. You're going to take something and throw it out of your life. You're going to take your fear and throw it out of your life, and you're going to go after what you want. So again, this is what I was feeling earlier, where you're getting a sense of control. You're getting a sense of independence. You're leveling up your energy somehow, that's giving you a sense of direction, like this unstoppable direction in your life, where it's like, look, get out of my way, because I'm coming through and I'm going to make things happen. So anything that's standing there better move. Yeah, so you have the Five of Cups. So what this is telling me is that you're getting a different perspective on things. You're seeing that something that fell apart from your life, or something that literally came crashing down around you, you're getting perspective on that. You're seeing the truth of the situation, and you're seeing that, you know what, actually, I'm worth more than this over here. I'm better than this over here. I am certainly not going to continue wasting my time feeling trapped in a loop of thought over and over and over about why this happened, how it happened. Could I have prevented this from happening? Did I do something to cause this to happen? Because with the truth, you're seeing that what was in these cups that turned over, it was not worthy of being in your life anymore, because ultimately it would have been holding you back from the Ten of Cups over here, which is what you deserve and what you truly desire. So you're coming to that conclusion. You're getting your strength back, getting your power back. Remember, I talked about that with the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. And you're walking away from these overturned cups. You're walking away because I feel these cups represent the Devil card and the Nine of Swords. Something that's holding you back, something that's causing you a lot of anxiety. You're leaving that behind, and you're going after your Star card here. So you see number 29 on the Star card here and number 29 on the Transmutation card. You're at the end of a cycle over this next year that is going to usher in so many beautiful things. And I feel like the most beautiful thing is your soul growth and your glow up that you have within. But also for some of you, it's going to be outward as well, where you're feeling better about your appearance, about your health or something like that. Yeah, we have the Six of Pentacles. All right, what I'm seeing here, this realization that you're coming to in the Five of Cups, you're realizing that you are giving, and you weren't receiving anything in return regarding this situation that came to an end for you. And so come back to the Two of Cups. This is reciprocal. So with the Six of Pentacles, something was off balance here. You definitely did not deserve to be in this situation. So you will absolutely also be celebrating that you saw the light, that you were able to extract yourself from not only the situation, but this thought process where you were stuck here. You couldn't move on. And then you're walking into I feel 2 dreams that are coming true for you, 2 huge celebrations that are coming true for you, in addition to your glow up. Because you're going to have your glow up, which I feel is attracting these other things, because you have your confidence back, you have your independence back, and then that's leading into this success. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope this helped you. If you did enjoy this, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, group number 3. You have the orange calcite, and this is your 3 of cups from the Tarot of the Witch's Garden. So I'm going to put this back in the tarot deck so that we have it there when we get to your tarot cards. What else can you tell us for group number 3, please? What will group number 3 celebrate? Number 35, wish. Your heart's desire is ready to come true. Isn't that amazing? So this is what you're going to celebrate. You're going to have a wish that comes true over the next year. Remember, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you're watching this, a year from now, you're going to look back and you're going to say, wow, look at what happened. This is something that is so much connected to your heart. So, I mean, this could really be anything. This could be you finding the love of your life. This could be you having children. This could be you finding your dream job, moving to your perfect home, getting past difficulties, putting difficulties in the past and moving on. This could be, finances. You could have a lot of finances that are coming in for you. So truly anything that is in your heart, Spirit is saying, look, this is going to come true for you over the next year. So let's see what else we have. Number 14, judgment. Soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. All right. Isn't that interesting that you have soul searching and your heart's desire is ready to come true? So I feel like Spirit is saying, look, there's something in your life that is a little bit out of balance right now. So why don't you explore what you would like to see in your life and then start working toward that, because there's something going on here where everything's going to come together for you this year, but it can't come together unless you know what it is that you want. And then from there, you need to start taking those steps toward achieving that goal. So I feel some of you might have kind of like a wake-up call or something like that, where you realize that where you've been isn't exactly motivating you at this point. It's not exactly bringing in abundance for you at this point. Maybe at one point in time, you really enjoyed where you are. But I just feel like something's going to happen where this light bulb goes off, where you kind of realize, look, I don't really want to be here anymore. Somebody might say something to you that just completely turns you off. Like, this could be a boss, this could be a romantic partner. Maybe someone or something is holding you back from pursuing your dream, and you're breaking those chains and you're moving forward despite that thing that used to hold you back. What else can you tell us? You have thicket of thorns, uncertainty in number 43. Isn't this interesting? I'm going to point this out again. Soul searching, your heart's desire, and here you are with this uncertainty. You have these butterflies around here. I feel that there's uncertainty based on what I just said, where someone or something, so someone might say something to you that gives you the ick, for lack of a better term. Let's say that you're in a relationship and somebody says something to you, like a romantic relationship, and you're like, ew, what did you just say? Or if your boss snaps at you and, yells at you for something and you're like, what? Whatever it is, something similar to that happens where it gets you thinking, you know what, maybe it's time for me to move on. And so I feel this uncertainty has dual meaning here. you have uncertainty about where you have been, and you're saying, you know what, maybe I don't belong here anymore. Maybe it's time for me to move on. And so when that happens, I feel these two cards are very much attached to each other, where this is where you do that soul searching. And you say, wow, you know what? I think I've been unhappy for a little while in this current situation. And then, so you have uncertainty about your past. And I feel you also have uncertainty about your future, because you're saying, okay, well, if my past isn't where I want to be anymore, my current situation isn't where I want to be anymore, where do I want to be? So again, that's the soul searching. And then you open your heart and you realize, you know what, I should follow this over here. I'm going to leave something behind and pursue this here. So this is kind of that new beginning where you're uncertain about your future, but something you are certain about is where you have been. You no longer belong there. You no longer belong where you've been. So I feel that there is a sense of confusion, uncertainty, maybe even a sense of loss, because I get the sense that you're going to walk away from something that at one point in time may have provided you a sense of stability, but it's no longer providing that. It's like you're seeing the light, and it's like, ew, I don't like what I'm seeing anymore. Yep. Wild Rose Fairy and Love, number 47. I feel that you're realizing that your heart was not fulfilled here, no matter what it was. For some of you, yes, it was a romantic relationship. For some of you, it was a career or a job, and you're like, I'm not fulfilled. And you're making a very conscious decision to think about what would fulfill your heart, and you're going after that. So you're going to celebrate breaking free from something, and you're going to celebrate going after your dream, going after something that's in your heart. And then I feel you're going to celebrate accomplishing something that you set out to accomplish. And some of you along the way may find love within a romantic partner. You might find self-love and realize that self-care has a lot of importance in your life. Some of you could find the career that you love, or a job that you love, friends and, new environment that you love. What else can you tell us? All right, your cards are ready. The Six of Wands. All right, so you're going to celebrate. I'm going to say this again because it came up again with this card. You are going to celebrate this wish that you have coming true, because the Six of Wands is a victory card. So I love how this is laid out here. If you have any doubts, if you're very uncertain, should I move forward because I don't know if I move forward, will I be successful? Yeah, just come back to this reading anytime you have self-doubts, okay? Because you're going to be very successful. You're going to overcome any difficulties that you had. You're going to overcome any sadness that you had with leaving something behind. And some of you aren't going to be sad at all. Some of you are going to say, good riddance, I'm moving on. And you're going to be very, very happy with that. But just know that you're going to be successful. And I feel that you're going to have people cheering you on, spirit guides cheering you on. And I feel that also you're going to know how to get from point A to point B. So with this horse here, there's going to be a vehicle, probably metaphorically speaking, that's going to get you to where you want to go. So if you don't know what that is right now, I'm seeing that that will be something that comes into your life. So that's another thing that you will be celebrating, is this vehicle to get you in alignment with how to pursue your dream and your goal. The Five of Cups. This is what I was saying. You're leaving something behind. So I feel, when you went through this, the first uncertainty, this thing that woke you up here with the Judgment card, I think it threw you for a loop, because you weren't expecting to see the reality of things and see that something was horribly off balance. And so when you come to that realization, it's kind of shocking. And, it's like here, everything, it seems kind of barren and empty here. And you kind of come to that realization that what you thought was going to be here is not here, or what was once here is no longer there. You have these cups that have spilled over. So I definitely feel like this is connected to your heart chakra here for one thing. I mean, a lot of other things, but there's a sense of loss here because something didn't meet your expectations. However, this was never meant to be long-term or longer than what it already is. This had a purpose. This had a reason. It is time to move on from it. So what I see happening is you're going to make the decision to move forward and leave something behind and go after your dreams. Yep, you have the World card. This is an ending. This is something coming full circle, something being complete, and there's nothing else that you can do there. It's time to move on. It's time to embrace something new in your life and move forward even though you have uncertainty about the future. So this is a celebration here because I'm getting a sense of relief. I'm getting a sense of clarity and a sense that you don't want to go back. At this point, you don't want to go back and try to fix this. At this point, you don't want to go back and pick up these cups. You just want to move on and start something new. Yeah, you have the Eight of Swords. So you're being lifted out of a situation. See, you're coming to the realization that you were stuck over here. You're coming to the realization that something is not what it was supposed to be. And you're like, one is reflected back at you. You're seeing things differently, but you're seeing the truth of things. And I feel that there isn't much resistance for you. I feel that once you come to that realization, once you see it, you can't unsee it. And so it's kind of like, wow, okay, now that I see the truth of the situation, I'm just going to peacefully walk away from it. I'm going to choose peace and I'm going to move on. And it seems like there aren't really a lot of arguments or discussions. It's kind of like, well, I'm just going to move on. And that's exactly what you do. You have the Page of Wands. Yeah. So with this Page of Wands, I see this is your soul searching. You not necessarily wanting to commit to anything right away. You trying to find exactly what it is that you're looking for, exactly what it is that is missing from your life. And then going after what's in your heart, going after what gives you this spark in your life. The Hermit card, yeah. So, we were talking about soul searching. It's so interesting because that's basically, I feel, what you're doing here in the Hermit card. And you're going to know when you find it. Okay, so you're going to know when the answers come to you. And it's going to be, so there's a sense of freedom. There's a sense of liberation here from something that was holding you back. But see, the thing is that I feel for a while you didn't realize that something was actually holding you back. So you're coming to that realization here and you're moving forward. Like you're seeing that light. Remember I talked about the light here on the uncertainty card. And once that happens, you can't unsee it. And then I feel what would cause you anxiety is to stay in that position. Sorry, this card goes up here. What would cause you anxiety would be if you stayed here focusing on the three cups that overturn. That's why you remove yourself from the situation so fast, because just staying in this situation for one more day, one more month, that is causing you an incredible amount of anxiety. So it's like, okay, I need to come up with a plan. I need to remove myself from the situation. I'll figure the rest out later. I feel that's kind of what's going on here. So you have the Hierophant card. Yeah, exactly. Isn't this amazing? Look at this. Let me put these two cards. You know, that's interesting that I put this card here because these two cards go together. So look here with the Hermit card, you have closed this door and you're ready to go out into the open, and you're not sure where you're going with the Uncertainty card, but this is exactly where you land with this open door here. It's just amazing how you literally close the door here and then you open this door here. But it does kind of make sense that this card is supposed to be over here because this is a whole new chapter. So you're going to close this door up here and we're going to leave that there. And then with this new door that you're opening, we're going to put it right down here, which is lining up with the Six of Wands, which is victory. And it's also lining up with the Wish card. Your heart's desire is ready to come true. So this ending here, there is no coincidence that it's happening at this specific time because this door is here. It's open and it's waiting for you. Now, this new beginning is in perfect alignment with what your heart is seeking. So there's going to be a celebration that this door is opening for you. There's going to be a celebration with finding someone who is of great value to you. So this could be finding the love of your life. This could be you finding like a mentor or an employer or, you know, a new boss coming into your life who you can learn a lot from, who you can, you know, work your way up in the company. Something like that is going on here. So this is something that you can trust. This is something, it's something that you can build upon and really watch it grow within your life. But there's definitely something that you're learning here, but it's positive learning. It's like, for some of you, it's learning to love unconditionally and learning to receive love unconditionally. For others of you, you're learning something in a new work environment, which is going to help you achieve your career goals. So, you know, something in that realm. Of course, it's going to be a little bit different for each of you, but it's that overall energy. So here you have the Moon card. See, this is really interesting because this can be an uncertainty card, and you have two things causing uncertainty. You have that wake-up call that causes uncertainty that then leads you into the second uncertainty with it, which is you doing some soul searching and discovering where you want to be right now, where you're going. And so with the Moon card, Spirit is saying just move forward using your intuition, and also know that this thing that came to an end here, this was meant to be in your life for a certain amount of time, just not forever. And it bridged, see, it's a bridge from, so this is the past here. This is something that you're leaving behind, but it's leading you over here to your future. Somehow it is directly involved with your future, because look at this card that, remember, is sitting above it, just like that. You have a bridge right here. Okay. So this is the thing that you're leaving in the past. Do you see how this person is looking at the bridge here? Or maybe your past is over here. And you're going to see these two cups here. You're going to grab those cups and you're going to walk toward this bridge that this person is looking at. So it's really, really interesting. Like, how could I put this into an example for you? Okay, let's say that you were in a particular job, and with this job, you had the opportunity to move to a new location. And so you took that opportunity, you moved to that new location, but shortly after you got there, let's say that your company decided they were going to close. And that's the Judgment card here. Like, wait a minute, what's going on? So you're losing something and there's a sense of uncertainty. But then that brings you into this sense of soul searching. And during that soul searching, you're realizing that where that job took you, it wasn't necessarily to take you there for that job. It was there to take you, to bring you to that location for your future, because that is exactly where, for some reason, that location is exactly where your dreams are going to come true. So, something like that could be happening here in a very roundabout way. Or maybe a direct way, it is connected to your future. So yeah, it would be direct or indirect depending on your particular situation, because it is a general reading. So yeah, see, this is basically what I was just saying. So you have the Four of Cups here. So there is some situation that's happening that's making you feel like your world is coming to an end. Same thing with the Five of Cups. But in the broader picture, it actually brought you to exactly where you're supposed to be. And that's what's happening here. You have this little fairy here with the flowers, with this cup, and you're very, very protected going through this situation. So nothing crazy I feel is going to happen. It's just a redirection that's supposed to happen at this time in your life. And you are going to celebrate this so, so much, because you're being led right into your destiny. The Knight of Cups. Yeah, do you see here? So the Knight of Cups, this is you pursuing a dream that you have. This is you pursuing your heart's desire, which is ready to come true. That's why something fell apart here. That's why you had to go through this level of uncertainty to come to this realization of what your heart's desire is. And you have the vehicle to get there. Remember, I talked about that with the horse and the Six of Wands. And then here you have the horse with the Knight of Cups. So this soul searching is leading you to like this rebirth in your life. And it's going to be so fulfilling. So there's so much abundance that's coming into your life that you're going to celebrate. And it's a lot of emotional abundance, feeling like you're in the right place, feeling like you finally arrived where you belong. You have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's a couple things going on here. This is you taking that pause to reevaluate where you are in your life, where you've been, where you want to go, contemplating, am I really happy where I've been? Do I want to stay there? Some of you won't have a choice because something could come crashing down with the Five of Cups. But it's like, I feel very, very quickly you realize, oh, yeah, I'm not really losing anything. And another thing with the Seven of Pentacles, you are slowly but surely building a life for yourself that you've always wanted, a life for yourself that you know you deserve. So you're working really, really hard towards something. Here you have committed to something, because remember with the Page of Wands, this is kind of in alignment with that soul searching where you're looking at things, you're not committing to anything. But once you do commit to something, there's nothing that could break that commitment with the Seven of Pentacles. So it is going to be a slower moving process, but I feel that you're enjoying the journey. Like you're not in a rush to get to where you're going. Kind of like with this Hierophant card, you're slowly but surely building new relationships, building new foundations, putting things together. And you love the way everything is coming together for you. So for some of you, this could definitely be a new job, a new career, just kind of rebuilding a new life for yourself. Some of you, this could be you, with love here, this could be romantic love, and you're slowly but surely building a foundation with this person, building a new relationship, building a home, building all of like those domestic things with someone. So let's see what your last card is. You have the Ace of Pentacles. I love this so much. So first of all, you have the spider right here, and then you can see the spider web right here coming down from the hand, and then right here connecting to the pentacle. Like I said, something coming to an end is absolutely tied to a new beginning that you have going on here. It's tied to your soul searching. There is a level of uncertainty because you will be going on a new path, especially with the World card here. You're kind of at an in-between phase, but you're going to be stepping forward. And this aligns with everything that I've already been talking about what it is that you're going to be celebrating. For some of you, this is a new job. For some of you, this is a promotion, a new career. Some of you are moving somewhere completely new, and that's going to usher in all of these new things in your life. Some of you will have a new romantic partner in your life, or just rebuilding on a current romantic relationship that you have. Some of you are rebuilding that. Some of you are making that relationship stronger. So, you could be moving into a new home with somebody, picking up and moving somewhere completely new and starting a new life on your own. Whatever it is, these things are going to be very, very much celebrated. You absolutely have a dream that is coming true. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching.